like other men. You don't understand why these Jezebel spirits can't leave you alone. It's because if you cannot honor your father and your mother, even if it only means to forgive them, whatever demon that is the curse that will fall upon you. Why? Because what did God say? God said this is the first commandment that comes with a promise. And what is a promise? A promise is a blessing. And the opposite of a blessing is a curse. You curse yourself. So Bahamas, you have to honor your parents. I don't care if you don't know God. I don't care if you don't have a relationship with Christ. I don't care what's going on in your life. Start there. Right there. So you know what? Let me honor my mother and my father. And if you could start there. Because see, there's no way you could have a relationship with God if you hate your one mom. You hate your one pop, but you talking about our Father. That don't make no sense. So God, praise you and bless us, God, to protect us. And in all things, Heavenly Father, help us to honor our mother and our father so that our days should be long upon the face of the earth. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
The views expressed on this program are not the views of ZNS TV 13 and, by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, Royal Caribbean's mega ship docks in Nassau. Quick-thinking officers nab homicide suspects. Artists honing their skills. And in sports, national plans to grow youth baseball. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jimenita Swain, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news, Nassau Cruise Port welcoming the world's second largest cruise ship, Utopia of the Seas. It docked this morning with hundreds of passengers. An historic ceremony taking place on the ship, with many considering this visit a win in the tourism sector, which continues to experience record-breaking growth. Our Desmond Sanders reports.
Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas, one of the largest cruise ships in the world, spanning 1,118 feet long, with 18 decks, docked in Nassau Cruise Port Sunday morning with over 5,000 passengers and 2,290 crew members. The mega ship is one of Royal Caribbean's largest vessels to sail in Nassau's port and is expected to bring over 800,000 cruise visitors per year. Nassau Cruise Port CEO Mike Morrow calls Utopia of the Seas' inaugural call to the Bahamas significant for local tourism.
With the arrival of Utopia, Nassau will welcome 5.5 million cruise passengers this year alone. In 2025, that's over 6 million. 6 million opportunities. These visitors are seeking unique, exciting, and valued experiences, and that is our opportunity. No single experience or location can meet this demand. New Providence Tourism is hungry for creative and varied investments.
Utopia is the first newly built ship sailing exclusively to the Bahamas, offering over 700,000 guests unique Bahamian experiences with 3- and 4-night cruises from Port Canaveral, Florida to Coco Key in Nassau, Bahamas. Tourism Minister and Acting Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper.
This partnership over 50 years has brought 35 million people to our shores, making Royal Caribbean one of our most significant partners, contributing to the success of our world-class tourism product. The investments made by Royal Caribbean provides jobs, and they also bring millions of dollars into our economy through the money spent at local businesses, as well as the government revenues collected.
The Bahamian flagship also has over 40 dining venues, multiple pools, and a wide assortment of attractions, visiting Nassau 2 times per week. Ivana Seymour making history as the highest-ranking Bahamian first officer navigating the mega ship.
Well, I first started on the mail boats. From the mail boats, I went to Campbell Shipping, did a few years of bulk carriers, and then I made the jump over to Royal Caribbean, and very happy to be here.
Officials hoping that Utopia's historic voyage to Bahamas will grow with more ports of call to several islands of the Bahamas and increased numbers for tourism. Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
In other news, there will be no bid for re-election, at least not for United States President Joseph Biden. He made the announcement in a letter released to his fellow Americans on the X social media platform earlier today. He said, "It's been my greatest honor to serve as president." The president continued, quote, "While it's been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it's in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term," end quote. Now, while he plans to address the nation later this week on his decision, he has since endorsed the Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee, saying, quote, "Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump." Now to news from the crime beat. A busy night for police who nabbed suspects just after the country's latest homicide in the Pinewood Gardens community. Our Desmond Sanders reports.
A daring police chase Saturday night leading to the capture and arrest of 2 male suspects believed to be responsible for the shooting death of a 24-year-old male. The victim found with multiple gunshot wounds in a Dodge Ram truck on Pinecrest Boulevard. The horrific ordeal unfolding 7 p.m. when officers of the East Street South Police Station heard ringing gunshots from the area. Chief Superintendent of Police Christine Skippings.
Officers immediately exited that station. They ran to the rear of the station, where they observed a dark gray Nissan Cube fleeing the area at a high rate of speed. The officers immediately got into their private vehicle, which was parked at the rear of the station, and they pursued that vehicle onto Bamboo Boulevard, where the suspect's vehicle collided into another vehicle driven by a civilian. No one in that vehicle was injured.
The pursuit continued as 3 male suspects exited the vehicle and ran north onto Thatch Palm Avenue, where officers pursued them on foot and apprehended a 25-year-old male suspect.
A second unit that was on saturation patrol in the immediate area, hearing the transmission from our police control room, also responded, and they joined in the pursuit of another suspect who was also on foot. That suspect produced a weapon, engaging officers, and he was shot. He was taken to the hospital, where he remains. At present, his condition is unknown. Right now, we're actively searching for a third suspect that was involved in the incident.
Police recovering 2 weapons, a high-powered weapon, a handgun, ski mask, and gloves. The third suspect remains at large.
I'm in communication with the commissioner, and he has commended the officers for their quick response and for their bravery and for their initiative and actually getting into their private vehicle and pursuing the suspects, which led to the arrest of 2 of the suspects in this matter.
The Chief Superintendent of Police now making this appeal.
We must, and I stress it, we must remove these firearms from the streets. They are killing our sons. We need to preserve their lives. And the only way we can do that is if we work hand in hand. The police force remains committed, we remain dedicated, we remain firm, and we remain resilient to the task ahead. We will continue to serve and protect the great citizens of this country.
The murder count now jumps to 70 for the year. Police hoping to increase its vigilance following several days of violent crime on the streets. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Still to come, COVID-19 case increases a cause for concern for health officials. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. More news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by FoCall Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
He's in Eleuthera, and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right.
Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Thanks for staying with us. Health officials are closely monitoring the spike in COVID-19 cases and hospital admissions in country, especially among school children, as the new academic school term is set to begin in just a few weeks. Fortunately, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. The Honorable Michael Darville says that his medical team is now equipped with adequate modular units and a strict COVID legacy area to test and deal with COVID-positive patients.
We have the necessary protocols so that our staff now have an area where there's less possible cross-contamination of cases. And that was the whole purpose for us to move for these modular units, both in New Providence at the Princess Margaret Hospital and the Rand Memorial Hospital. They are in place. Thank God we were able to get them because we're now in the hurricane season. And it's important to have the surplus of space as well in the event that we do have hurricanes and we do see a spike and we do have cases coming into the hospital. I believe we're better prepared now.
Well, the world-renowned resort Atlantis turning to dogs to protect guests and property. Our Charlie Jones has that Woof Woof report.
At the serene Atlantis Paradise Island Resort, a special kind of security detail is turning heads and wagging tails. Meet Siri, Ben, Larry, and Mantra. 4 of the 12 dogs are part of the resort's K9 unit, a specialized team trained for security. These dogs, ranging from Belgian Malinois to German Spitz, are trained to detect various threats to the property. But their primary role? To enhance guest experience by providing a sense of security. Bradley Woodside, supervisor of Atlantis K9 unit, expands more on their roles.
We provide a number of service in the hotel, providing that we have let's say we have a VIP guest, a president or prime minister that may be staying here. We would do a bomb sweep of their rooms and or vehicle if necessary. We also provide bomb sweep for any major event, concerts, or Battle for Atlantis, because we want to be sure that, or ensure that our guests are safe. We have dogs that are capable of finding drugs, drug detection dog, bomb detection dog, apprehension dogs.
If any guests were concerned about their safety, rest assured, the Atlantis Paradise Island K9 unit is doing its part to ensure their safety is always a priority.
We do have a program in place where we patrol in the lobby, the hotel itself, because, you know, outside is really too hot for the dogs right now. But most of our team with the apprehension dogs, they usually work at night.
The perfect example of hospitality and security, setting a standard in guest experience and safety. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Charlia Jones.
And call it Girl Power. This as the Summer Arts Immersion Program for 2024 as an all-female cast. The group focused on sharpening the skills of new artists and broadening that of the advanced ones. Take a look.
This year I learned more about color theory, which I didn't really know beforehand, so I was just like putting colors together, so it would just be too much colors going on the painting.
15-year-old Jaya Roll says this is the second time she's been a part of the Summer Arts Immersion Program. She joins the all-female participants of young women, some beginners while others advanced. Mackenzie Lockhart was another participant. This was her first time in the program.
I've really enjoyed how interactive it's been. We're pushed to talk to our peers and give critiques, receive critiques, which has been extremely helpful because I'm not really usually around a lot of other girls my age, and they're so talented and everything. And Miss Oliver has been extremely helpful, and I've learned so much just in the course of 5 days.
This is the 7th year the program has been in existence. Keisha Oliver is the founder and shares why they focused on young women this time around.
So my research, actually, I'm a PhD student studying art education at Penn State University, and I really wanted to use this platform to start to give voice to young women in high school and a little older and give them an opportunity to create a sisterhood through creativity.
11 students participated in this session, with 4 in the advanced group. Much of the training complementary to what the young students would learn in high school. Felice Roberts was another instructor.
So with the beginners class, obviously they're learning more about foundational stuff, right? So they're learning about how to get their values down, drawing techniques, painting techniques. With the advanced cohort, they've been through this before, and some of them actually have been with the program a couple of times over the years. So for them, it's a lot more about nurturing the talent that we've been seeing over the past few years and also helping them evolve.
And for returning student Charisma Paragot, whose art is colorful and very detailed, she says she is definitely seeing growth.
I think it's very important. It really helps artists grow and expand on what they already know and learn new things. For me, it's really helping me loosen up my art style, because I usually work very controlled. So I'm trying to be more free with my brush strokes and such. And also this year is more focused on female artists, and I think that's very important because most of the time it's always focused on male Bahamian artists.
Stay with us. Charles Fisher is up next with sports.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I right here on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Hi, my name is Sanchez Clinton, paint and flooring specialist here at CBS Bahamas. And today I just want to welcome you into our brand new paint center where you could get top quality products at exceptional prices, such as Valspar, Minwax, Krylon, and so much more. At CBS Bahamas, you could get your color match, tinting, shaking here for free. You could even get a digital rendering or even a color swatch, and we'll be able to mix it with our advanced color matching system. So come on down to CBS Bahamas where we can help you build beautiful.
Hardware is the helpful place. Everything you need under one roof, from electrical, paint, plumbing, outdoor, barbecue, automotive, lawn and garden, pet supply, houseware, and seasons. Hurricane season is now here, so for all your hurricane needs, we have a 25% off bargain zone.
Hey, thanks. I would have given more stuff, but I didn't bring my money. I thought this was a club, and I thought everything was free. Finally know what it is now.
Ace. We're located on St. Albans Drive, West Bay Street. Open Monday to Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and close for lunch 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports Sunday. I'm Charles Fisher. Team Bahamas left Saturday for the Caribbean Baseball Confederation 12 and Under Cup in the Dominican Republic. Secretary of the Bahamas Baseball Association, Teddy Sweeting, on what's at stake.
On our first, second, or third placement, then the team will continue to move on as we go into 2025. And then what we want to see at the end of the day is they qualify for the World Cup in the U12 division. Now, some of the guys young men may turn 13, and so if they're too old, one thing we must all understand with international baseball, you cannot turn older for the entire year. So it's a U12, which means that the players have to be 12 from January to December of the year that they're playing in the tournament. So it's different from private baseball where you have an age cutoff. There's no age cutoff in international baseball.
Sweeting also with some good news for local baseball players and fans.
We are also, very soon, we're going to be announcing the major tournament that we're going to be hosting right here, back in the Bahamas. And that's the Open Championships of Caribbean Baseball Cup, which is going to be in October.
From golf, Bahamian pro golfer Cameron Riley is making a name for himself, swinging away on the Professional Golf Association Tour and making the cut among the best in the world.
My game is trending in the right direction. I'm hitting it well, doing all the little things well, so it's glad to see that all of my hard work is finally paying off. Still trying to cross that barrier of getting a win out there on the APGA Tour, and I feel like it's coming soon.
A graduate of Florida Memorial, he explains the transition from college to the pro tour.
It's been a hard transition from college to pro because the level of play rises. You know, in college you could have an okay or bad day and still be in the running to win, but out here if you have one bad day, one bad hole even, you kind of get left in the dust, and that's been something that I've been adjusting to.
And there are just a few Bahamian pro golfers on the international stage, and Cameron hopes to carry the flag.
Being one of the few Bahamian professional golfers that are still active, I know we've had some in the past, but some that are still active and still actively pursuing making it to the PGA Tour. I feel like it's an opportunity to show that we as a nation have a lot of quality in the golfers that we produce. There's not only me, but we have Devon Robinson, we have Richard Gibson, just to name a few, but we have a lot of talent and a lot of upside.
The 11th annual IBA Elite Danico Bowl Summer Camp closed out on Friday at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. After 4 weeks of intense training and fun, some of the trophies that were handed out to the well-deserved campers. Parents present to capture the moment. Some drills to show them just what they learned. Coordinator, Danico Bowles.
They came in from day one, very, very enthused. They worked extremely hard. They were actually more attentive, willing to learn than I even anticipated. So like I said, as a coaching staff, we had a really, really good time with our campers. This year, they took away a lot from camp. They came in from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and these kids worked. They put in a lot of work and they retained a lot of knowledge. So at the end of the day, as instructors, we're extremely proud of them, just teaching them the basic fundamentals, the basic principles that they would need, not only for camp, but to make their high school teams, their primary school teams, their junior high school teams, and just life lessons, to take them through.
And that's going to do it for Sports Sunday. I'm Charles Fisher. Thanks for watching. Have a great week ahead.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
heating season. We got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
From June 1st to November 30th, the ZNS Radio and Television Network is the #1 source in the Bahamas for hurricane information before, during, and after a storm. Now is the time to choose your radio and television hurricane season ad packages. Get extra special rates and run the ads only when you want them to run. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Jimenita. We have mostly cloudy skies, temperature at 78 degrees, the relative humidity 76%. The winds out of the south-southeast at 13 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,018.7 millibars. That is 30.08 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening: 88 in Marsh, Abaco, Greentoll, Key Abaco at 86 degrees. Freeport reporting 86 as well. Berry Islands 87. Alisson, Bimini 88. 87 in Harbor Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera 80 degrees. 80 also in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 85 in Kemp's Base of Andros, and Black Point, Exuma. Artistan, Cat Island, 81, 81s in San Salvador and Rumkey. Georgetown, Exuma, 84, 81s again in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay may go on at 84 degrees, Ackland's 85, 84 in Matthew Tiny Nagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 88 degrees. Your boating forecast tonight through tomorrow in the northwest and central islands. Southeast winds once again at 12 to 18 knots, and the wave heights 3 to 6 feet. High tide will occur at 8:48 tonight, with a second high tide at 9:06 tomorrow morning. And for the southeast Bahamas, stronger winds out of the southeast at 15 to 20 knots, and the wave heights 4 to 7 feet. So caution flags remain in place for boaters in the southeast Bahamas. And then tropical picture shows that persistent dust across the Atlantic, which stretch right into the Gulf of Mexico, continues to keep a lid on tropical cyclone development. Hence, we don't anticipate any activities over the next 7 days. And our satellite picture is showing a tropical wave undercutting an upper level low, which is spreading widespread showers and thunderstorms across the 700 islands, and some of those showers are going to be heavy at times, resulting in localized flooding in low-lying areas. And our forecast for tonight: mostly cloudy, breezy, very warm with a couple of late night thunderstorms developing. Low temperature getting down to about 81 degrees. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy once again with showers and heavy thunderstorms, which could lead to some street flooding during the course of the day tomorrow, with a high temperature reaching 87 degrees. Extended weather forecast, so what conditions will be with us through Tuesday. Come Wednesday, we'll see a lot more sunshine in our forecast, and 1 or 2 showers returning on Thursday, but for the greater part, the week is shaping up pretty much okay, but those toasty temperatures you will have to contend with. Benita.
Thanks, Basil. In a heartwarming celebration for dedicated service, the Ministry of Labor and Public Service officials recently hosted a retirement luncheon to honor 3 of its employees who said farewell. Ricardo Gray, Chief Transport Officer, served for 27 years. Mrs. Alda Tynes, head janitress, served for 16 years, and Mrs. Veronica Farrington served for 34 years. The Minister of Labor and the Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover Roll, praised the trio for their accomplishments and invaluable contributions to the ministry.
We have some truly amazing, talented, committed, dedicated, professional employees at every level in our public service. And it's important that these professionals and you professionals are treated with the respect that you deserve. So today I pay my respects to our 3 retirees. Know that we wish you all the best. In the next chapter of your lives, I pray that it's filled with joy, peace, happiness, fulfillment, well-deserved rest, but also take some time to enjoy the simple things in life. May God bless you and keep you. We thank you and we honor you and we congratulate you on this, your retirement day. Happy retirement.
And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
The Tabernacle Choir and Orchestra